So good afternoon, Nathan Ellington here. It's now 12:34 on Sunday. England match is about to kick off in about half an hour. Before I do that, before I go and watch that, I just want to give you my insight into the week moving forward and trading for our group, which is the daily trades. So what have I been looking at? Let's take a look at what I've been looking at. Some swing trades, immediate opportunities, the AUD USD sell now. Let's look into why I've actually found that trade there. So AUD USD, if we go on the daily time frame first, we're going to get to see a big outlook at what's going on. So you can see here, you've got on the daily time frame, here's where it's touched 3 times, 4 times. It's basically touched 4 times, and basically what we have is a sell opportunity here. So it's actually here. This is the support. Here's the resistance. Here's the area. So I'm expecting it to turn around from here and carry on down. If not, I expect to get in whenever it touches this line. I'll be putting another sell, and we're going to be catching at least 280 pips here to the next support line here. So this is the reason why. When you go down onto the 4 hourly, then you take a better look, you can see that it's actually touched the ceiling, and all we're looking for is it to push down and we're in, or you could have a 50 pips stop loss here. So this is what I was looking at. 50 pips stop loss. If it goes above here, it might just go above for a little bit, and if it does come to in line with this, if you can take a look, you can see this line here, this wick right here, I've put it a few pips away from there. So if it goes up and stops right at there, it's going to come dropping back down, and I'll also add another trade from here if it turns around from here with just a 5 pip stop loss. And that means I can now load up on my lot size and maybe make a hell of a lot of money. So with this trade here, for example, this is like £1,000 account, risking how much percent? To catch 280 pips. So let's take a look, 2%. If you go to 2% here, with £1,000 account, how much would you make with this trade? Let's take a look. It'd be 112. So you'd have made £112 with a 50 pip stop loss to risk 2% of your account. But look what happens if the market goes up to here. Let's see what happens. Let's put a sell from here with such a small stop loss, about the same. It's about 10 pips. And you're looking at catching all the way down to here. You now made £600. Why? Because your lot size is only risking £20, £20 per pip, £20 per, and we've got 10 pip stop loss. So £20 divided into 10, you're now looking at £2 a pip, and now you're catching what, 320 pips. That's why you're going to make 600 or so pounds. With this one here, 50 pips risk. So you're going to divide your £20 into 50. Now your lot size is much smaller. So you're obviously not going to, let me move this over. You get the whole point. You're not going to be able to put such a big lot size. So that's the AUD USD covered. Take a look at the Euro AUD. It's a sell now. So it means as soon as the market opens, let's see where it is. If it starts going down from exactly where it is, you want to open that trade straight away. You've got a stop loss of 100 pips, so you do want to have a smaller risk lot size. But if the market pushes up towards where the stop loss is, you want to get in because you've got a sell limit here, which I've got here. Reason why I've done that, so it means 2 trades, 1.5 is a Euro AUD. Let's take a look at that. You see the market is already pushed away. If you look at it on the daily, you see that the whole direction is on the downtrend. So it recently hit the daily time frame up here, and then what it did is it dropped, it came back up, and it's hit the ceiling. So it's hit the support, it's hit the ceiling, and I'm looking at that. It's already pushed out, so that's like an engulfing candle on the daily, but we don't do engulfing on the daily, do we? So if we want to move in now, you can see it's on a downward trend. There's a support, there's a resistance. So now go to the hourly time frame. It's already pushed down. It's pushed way down, and it's going to carry on down. For me, I believe it's going to go way down. We've got, obviously, it's a massive support resistance. There's many in between. I'll show you how I worked that other one out as well. and then we'll go with that. But basically, you can sell right here with 100 pip stop loss where the ceiling is, and then if it does return back up here and touch, you enter another trade with just a 10 pip stop loss once again. So you're getting in here if you want to. If you feel like you've missed it and you're in the middle of everything, wait for it to return up. If it returns up, perfect. So it's up to you. You can put as much less risk on this one. Because it's 100 pips, you're going to be probably about 10 pips, 20p a pip or so. You know, and then you could just let it go all the way up, and you're risking your £20. But with this one, you now won a hell of a lot. You know, you're risking £20 into 10 again. That's £2 a pip, and you're going to make what, 929 on that trade, because it's 465 pips to be made. Now, if we take a look at what else we've got ADNZ sell now. These are immediate opportunities that I've found so far. ADNZ, why have I said that? NZ. Why? This is one that I've done where I've actually drawn in the minor support resistance lines, and these, every single time it touches and turns around on these points, we can get in and make a nice little trade. So you can get a long-term trade when it touched the ceiling to the floor, and then what you can do is, you see, this might be going up, you see. So if this pushes out up here, it's only going to go here. So you want to catch a sell anywhere here, okay? If it's here, if it touches up here again and starts coming back down, you get in on a sell, and immediately, as soon as it gets down to, you know, past this one, because what it does is it usually comes down to here, it'll go back, break through here, touch this one, and then go back and touch this one. Then it'll break through there, go back and touch that one, break through there, maybe go back two, and break through that next one, so, and then go back. So that's what it does on its way. You can see it always happens. It goes past, comes back to touch, comes past, it has to come back to touch. Yeah, it goes past again, comes back, and then it goes further, comes back, comes right back down, has to come back, goes down, comes back, goes down, touches. So it always does that. So these are the entry points where you know they can continue. They always come back to the point where they break. They break through and they come back to touch. So they're great entries for you to get in on a sell. That's why I'd like to get in on a sell. If it turns around from here because it's touched this one, carries on down, I can then I can maybe make even 10 pips and get out. If it returns, get back in again. If it touches here, get back in again. And keep getting in between the lines, and you will keep getting your money. What else is there? I think there's a GBP USD sell limit. So if we go GBP USD, take a look here. Sell limit. I've not got the price yet. I was just taking a look at whether it's going to come up and touch this line. Why? If you take a look on the lines, it's touched here. You know, that was my trend line, and it's been on a downtrend. So it's come down. The news probably pushed it up to here. It's gone and touched the trend line. It's now coming back down. So you can actually look and say, okay, this market is going to come down and at least get to here before it goes anywhere and maybe touches there, or it might break through and come down to here. So these are your entries as they push past here. Do not, like if it comes down to here, do not sell here until it gets to the other side and it maybe retests as a ceiling. Then you get in for the sell. Okay, so that is what I've been looking at so far. I'm going to look at some more, but right now that's exactly what I've been looking for. All the best with the trades coming ahead, and these are my trades I'm going to put on. And guys, watch what happens. I'm not going to take these things off, and we're going to revisit what we've done here. So if the market, for example, if you want to get in sell here, I wouldn't be getting in on a sell here. I'd be getting in on a sell when it touches maybe this line before, because why? It's come past. What's it done? It hasn't come back to touch yet. So definitely should be able to do that. And I can put my stop loss just here, 50 pips, and look to catch all this. You could, because the market's probably pushed up through the news. It's come up, it's touched, it's come down, broken through, it's not come back to touch here. It might come back and touch here, but at least your stop loss is above the major ceiling. So just above the major ceiling, so that's the ceiling there. So you can just do 45 pips. 45 pips there, and look what you can make. A nice £77. But in between that, you can catch your 10 pips and out. 10 pips and out. So obviously, this is the long-term trades which you can leave on. I would advise that you have separate accounts, where one account is for long-term trades, another account is just for the 10 pips and chip, and then you have the London Daybreak, which you can obviously use within the long-term trades, the dailies. So it's not a problem. All right, guys, that's it for today, and I will update you with some more trades that I see.